Hi, my name is Hector Delgado and I'm going to talk about inventory systems or inventory management. What is the aim? The aim of this presentation is to introduce the topic of inventory management to an already stressed, hard-pressed, and unexpected class of students. Here are the parts that I want to talk about. First, part 1, the basic concepts of inventory systems. Part 2, the systems and methods. Part 3, miscellaneous aspects. And for final, the interactive session and conclusion. Part 1, basic concepts. What is inventory? Inventory is a physical resource that a firm holds in stock with the intent of selling it or transforming it into a more valuable state. And what is the purpose of inventory management? How many units to order? When to order? When is the minimum requirement? When I have a short of one product and I want to invest? When I need to supply more of this product? More ahead, I will explain some examples. For now on, let's continue. This is the type of inventory. It's raw material, purchased parts and supplies, finished goods, work in progress, items, finished goods, work in progress, partially completed products, items being transported, tools and equipment. Inventory fin ACCTG. The assets that are held for sale in the ordinary course of business or in the process of production for such a sale, in the form of materials or supplies to be consumed in the production process, in the rendering service. The relevance is the trading concern and the manufacturing unit. The loose tools versus the spares. This is the type of inventory. You have first the vendors, then the raw material. This happen in work in progress. I put 3 stations to make an example. And finally the finished goods. What is this? First is the raw materials, then the WIP, that is work in progress, and finished good, that is the FG. Type of inventory. Raw materials. Basic inputs that are converted into finished products through the manufacturing process. Work in progress. Semi-manufactured products that need some more work before they become finished goods for sale. Finished goods. Completely manufactured products ready for sale. And for final, the supplies. Office and plant cleaning materials that are not directly entered production but are necessary for production process and do not involve significant investment. The relevance of inventory. First one is constitute a significant part of current assets. Held primarily for trading, cash or cash equivalent. An asset which is not a current asset is classified as not current asset. Constitute significant part of current assets. On an average, inventory forms approximately 60 of current assets in public limited companies in India. Huge financial implications and effective and efficient management is imperative to avoid unnecessary investments. Improper inventory management affects long-term profitability and may cause failure ultimately. To 10 to 20% of inventory can be reduced without any adverse effect on production and sales by using simple inventory planning and control techniques. Inventory MGT. The act of manner of managing, handling, directing, or controlling the flow of inventory. The need. The demand related. Meet unexpected demands. Smooth seasonal or cyclical demands. Pricing related. Hedge against price increases. take advantages of quantity discounts, and process and supply surprise related internal upsets in part of our own processes, external delays in incoming cuts. What is the objectives of this? Well, to maintain an optimum size of inventory for efficient and smooth production and sales operations. Also, to maintain a minimum investment in inventory to maximize the profitability. Effort should be made to replace an order at the right time, with right source to acquire the right quantity at the right price at the right quality. What is this? It's like the 5S. The right time, the right source, the right quantity, the right price, and the right quality. You always need to be care to have all these. For example, in my case, when I work in City Club here in Chihuahua, we follow these rules because if you want a product to supply it, you need to be it on the first hour in the morning, because if you didn't supply at that moment, then it's going to be a lot of people walking in the hallways, so you could not do your work. So that's the right time, the right source. You cannot put sugar where it need to be the coffee, so you need to put the right source, the right quantity. You can put more or less. If you put more, they will not fit in the place you need to put it, and if you use less, it will see awful. So I don't think it's the right price. You always need to check that the price of that day didn't change, because every day the price is changed, and if some price pop up, one of the customers is going to say that the price is not right, and it will be a loss for the company. And the right quality, always have a right quality, it's very important, and the customers appreciate it. Well, what is the success mantra? Ensure a continuous supply of raw materials to facilitate uninterrupted production. Maintain sufficient stocks of raw materials in periods of short supply and anticipate price changes. Maintain sufficient finished goods inventory for smooth sales operations and efficient customer service. Minimize the carrying cost and time. And finally, control investment and inventories and keep it up at an optimum level. But what if we overact? Well, if we overact, unnecessary tying downs of firms found and loss of profits, excessive carrying cost, risk of liquidity difficult to convert to cash, physical deteriorating of inventories while in storage due to mishandling and improper storage facility. What if one is too cool? Production holds up, loss of labor hours, failure to meet delivery commitments. Customers may shift to competitors, which will amount to a permanent loss to the firm, may affect the goodwill and image of the firm. In a nutshell, track inventory, how much to order, when to order. So this is a resume of what is inventory. The track inventory, how much to order, when to order. If we know the value of all these functions, we'll get that address. By the way, it is tough to do inventories in Afghanistan because of the Taliban. I don't know why I say that, but it's true. It's true. No? Part 2, System and Methods. This is the inventory systems, and it's factor, periodic inventory system, and perpetual inventory systems. The methods of valuation. An inventory valuation allows a company to provide a monetary value for items that make up inventory. Methods: first in, first out, FIFO, and last in, first out, LIFO. Weighted average cost price method. The FIFO method, what is? Based on the assumption that the goods that are received first and issued first. For purpose of assigning cost and not exactly for purpose of physical flows of goods. Goods sold thus consist of early lots and are valued at the price paid for sold lots. And the ending inventory consists of latest lots and is valued at the price paid for sold lots. Balance sheets shows ending inventory cost as per approx market price. This is an assimilation and something like example. This is a table, a stock ledger under FIFO method. Then the perpetual system, closing inventory calculated at residual figures. For example, our opening inventory is 100, the pushers is 1630, and cost of goods sold is that money, and ending inventory ABC is 515. The periodic systems is almost the same, only that if you look, is different what we do in the ending inventory, and also in the last, the cost of goods sold is more than. The LIFO method, based on assumption that goods that are received last are issued first, assumption made for purpose of assigning cost and not for actual physical flow of costs. Flows of costs and costs may not consist. Goods sold thus consist of the latest lots and are valued at the price paid for sold lots. The ending inventory consists of the earliest lots and is valued as such. The balance sheet has an inventory cost of all the prices. It's an example. This is the table. The perpetual system is the same, only because the ending inventory. The periodic system. The weighted average price method. Based on assumption that each issue of goods consists of a due proportion of the early lots and is valued at the head average price. Weighted average price is calculated by dividing the total cost of goods in stock by the total quantity of goods stock. This weighted price is used for pricing the issue until a new lot is receiving when a new weighted average price will be calculated. This method evens out of the effects of wildly varying prices of different lots that make up stocks. For better understanding, this is an example, the opening inventory, the sell, the pusher, sell, and then the units that are sold, the units payable, and the per unit cost. The miscellaneous specs. This is the classification of inventory, the ABC, XY classification, HML classification. It's a lot of classification that local companies do. The emerging trends in inventory management. Entering into long-term contracts at a fixed price to reduce uncertainty. Also, they use using time to don't have inventory. The Kanbans, a Japanese technique, only produce when demand comes. The internet-based ordering systems, the supply chain management, vendor development, and investment in plant and machinery. The inventory control responsibility. The pusher naturally has best interest in inventories, even to the extent that in some companies, the purchasing and stores functions are combined. Production looks after the work in progress. Logistics play a major role in inventory control. Inventories are economically important to finance department. And the fact that materials must be moved from one place to another is of importance to materials department. Well, this is all for me. If there's any questions, you can say to me, teacher. Thank you for your time. I hope you like it, and see you.